let's move along to our next guest. Had a frustrating night on Sunday in Boston. I went off a little bit because I felt like he was wronged, and I felt like the referee in question, one Gary Foreman, wronged him as well. I'm talking about Matt Mitrione, who lost a controversial third-round TKO to one Travis Browne in Boston. Now he's joining us via the magic of Skype. I do believe there he is, Matt Mitrione, in his car. Matt, how are you?
What's up, AH? How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. That was a little loud in my ears. I don't know if that was for everyone else, but we could turn them down just a touch. Matt, you're of course wearing sunglasses, and we all know about the eye. We saw the pictures. Oh, there it is. Holy moly! How is it feeling right now?
I can open it now, which is really good. So it feels fine. I don't feel any pain in it at all. It just after the fight, I went and got a CAT scan. They told me I had the break in my orbital floor, and so it's just I just have to get some surgery on that probably, unless it's not that displaced, and then kind of see what happens from there. But I mean, it is what it is. I've got feelings about it, but
yes.
I mean, what now?
Well, no, I was saying yes. Please share them. I'd love to hear your feelings.
All right, let me close this door before I get into this. So I feel that I've never been poked in the eyes before. So I don't really understand the significance of it and how it can change the balance or the ebb and flow of a fight. So, and please do not take this as an excuse that I lost, because I lost because I chose to continue fighting. And that's the reason why I lost. With that being said, I feel that the referee, who I never knew before that, I feel like the referee, and I feel the rules should be changed, and there's a reason for that. And I hope to God this doesn't come off as I'm a whiny bitch. I hope it doesn't. But I guess I'm taking a chance on this, and I feel that I'm a competitor. I'm a lifelong competitor, and I know that I'm losing a potential of getting half of my other half of my paycheck if I say I can't go anymore. So I'm going to do everything I possibly can to continue fighting, even if it's not the best option, because I need just one chance to get it, right? But in the middle of that fight, after the first eye poke, I was fighting with one eye closed, with my lead eye closed, just so I could see one Travis. It's not a safe way to fight at the highest level in the world against people that are takedowns, kicks, punches, everything in the world. So I feel like once that was seen after the eye poke, and I had my eye closed for however long it was closed, for like a minute or something like that, and I think it was in the first round, maybe the second round, I can't remember. Like, that should have been a sign to the doctors and or the referee, be like, all right, hold on. Dude's closing his eye because he can't see, because he can't focus. We need to cause this a no contest. Like, we need to save him from himself and step in and do something about this, because I'm not going to do that, because I'm too grimy and gritty and I want my paycheck. But that's not a safe way for the sport to evolve. It's not a safe way. And like I said, I'm not going to blow the whistle on myself and remove that chance of me getting my other half of my money.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think it's as it should be. And it's another thing too. Like, I think that there should be some form of instant replay where if you react in any way adversely, right? Like, for example, I finally got the straight left I was waiting on for Travis, right? I finally got it, and it was time for me to go for the kill. I start going in for the kill. I throw my long hook followed by a straight, and that's when I get poked in the eye. And then I kind of bail back and I cover my eye up, right? And the referee lets it continue, and as Travis tried to jump into it, and then I got to start swinging and letting fly to protect myself, right? As soon as I react, and I don't know how long it was, I haven't watched the fight. As soon as I react, we start scrapping off, right, or whatever else. Like, I react to my eye, and then I realize that Travis is about to jump on me because I can hear his corner yell, try to finish him. So I start swinging, and then however long it was, I have no idea. It could have been 5 seconds, could have been a minute, I don't know. And then I think I finally bailed out, and I was like, I can't see. I think that's when they stopped it to have the referees come back in, or the doctors come back in. Well, like, in any situation where that comes up, if the fighter reacts adversely, like something that's not normal, that fight needs to be stopped at the moment if that happens, and then check the replay on the screen because they play it immediately afterwards. And then be like, okay, look, you didn't get poked in the eye. You just got punched to carry the fight on. Or, oh, yeah, no shit, I missed that. You got poked in the eye. Take your 5 minutes, right? And then see if you can go on ahead. And then in that situation, they should have let me speak to my corner, not strategically, but to be like, hey, Coach Henry, I can't see shit. I'm seeing double, and it's 8 inches apart. And Henry's gonna be like, look, dude, you do not need to finish this fight because he's gonna step in for me and protect me. Whereas me, they're putting pressure on me, saying, hey, look, can you go? And I'm telling them, look, dude, just give me 5 minutes so I can pull my eyes back together.
Right.
And from what I understand, that was audible. Like you could hear that on the TV copy. Like, look, just give me 5 minutes so I can pull my eyes back together. Like that's how far my double vision was. And I think they even hear me saying I believe I remember saying it. It was all a big rush, but
yeah,
like I focus on something, I can see one of it, but I can't focus that hard in the middle of something. So like, just give me some time to focus. And they wouldn't award me that time, but it was obvious I got poked in the eye just because the referee, who I'd never seen before, didn't even know he ref fights. Just because that referee missed that doesn't mean I should be punished, even when it's clear on TV and on the replays that are playing immediately during this conversation that they validate my position that I got poked in the eye. I deserve my time to recover. And then, like I said, I'm not going to give up my chance. So yeah, I got punched in the face, and I got the hematoma, and I got slammed on my shoulder, right? And I got ground and pounded. But that's some bullshit because I don't believe that would happen if that situation hadn't occurred. Like, why would I throw a lead hook like I normally do and then not be able to see anything coming out of my right side and turn my back to him running away because I can't see what's going on to the side of me? You see that?
Mm.
And like with any fight I've ever had before, I don't get punched like that. Like, and if I see something, Travis is a good dude, right? I don't believe Travis did anything intentionally. I just think that he was bailing out, and I got poked in the eye.
Mm.
Like, I don't think he did it maliciously. I don't think anybody has the intent on at that moment, except for maybe BJ Penn and Nick Lentz, right? Because maybe that might get. But like, I don't think anybody has the intent at that moment to be like, oh, F him, I'm going to poke him in his eye, or like, oh, I finally just got rocked. Let me stop his momentum. I don't think anybody has that thought. But the fact that it happened, it really changed quite a bit, and it changed the flow of the fight. And the fact that I'm in there fighting with my lead eye closed, that should have been a sign to somebody, hey, to protect this guy because he can't protect himself because he's in the mix right now. And I don't think that was the best way to go. And I think there could and probably should be a rule change with that.
Did the thought, and so much is happening, you're in pain above all, but did the thought ever cross your mind, look, I'm on the final fight of my UFC contract. There's a lot riding on this. I have to win this fight. I can't just walk away with a no contest, or try to roll the dice and have them call it a DQ. I need to win this fight. Did that ever cross your mind? Like if you're 4 fights in, if you have 4 fights left, you just signed a new deal, do you maybe say, you know what, I'm not going to continue as opposed to what you did on Sunday?
I don't know. I know that the thought that thought directly did not cross my mind. The thought of losing my other paycheck was on my mind. Like that was on my mind. Like, but not like, dude, I'm not going to, I'll go blind for my money, but I'm not going to go blind for the company. So I feel that, no, I didn't think of that, but I guess indirectly I did because I'm thinking about winning. And I'm thinking about, look, even though I knew at the moment, I knew it wasn't the safest decision for me to go ahead. Like, how can I fight the number whatever guy in the world with one eye closed? Like, and I'm seeing double if I open my other eye. Like, how the hell can I do that safely? There's no way. And I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna blow the whistle on myself to be like, hey, I can't do this. Like, I don't have that in me. I just don't. So I don't know, man. That makes a really complicated scenario because I didn't think about it, but I guess indirectly I did.
Let's say this ref actually refs it the right way. Let's say he gives him a warning after the first eye poke. Let's say he calls the fight in the second round and he calls it a no contest because if it's unintentional as far as the ref is concerned, it's a no contest as opposed to a DQ. In hindsight, do you wish that is what would have happened? Do you wish you would have come to the conclusion, whether it was with you, like just kind of swallowed your pride, spoke to your corner? Do you wish you would have said no? Was it not worth it to roll the dice in the third round?
Well, that's the thing, right? It shouldn't be up to me, the competitor who lives his life to compete,
Yeah.
to make a decision. It should be up to the commission, the doctors, and the referee to realize that something's not right here. Like the dude is fighting with one eye closed, and he's complaining about seeing double, right? Like, and let's and I like I said, man, I really hope this doesn't come off as whiny because, dude, I'm accountable. I chose to keep
Yeah.
fighting,
I think
right?
it.
That's
Yep.
my. So I hope this doesn't come off as whining. But if you're gonna do this, no matter if you have double vision or not, how many fingers am I holding up? There's only one hand, dude. I see 4 fingers. I know that's 2 fingers.
Right.
Like, come on, guy. Like, this is one. That's two. No matter how bad your double vision is, come on, dude. Let's figure that out. So like, that's bullshit. Like that's window dressing. And if I'm over here being like, dude, can I please just get 5 minutes so I can pull my eyes back together? I'm like, no, we can't do that. But if we inspect you a little bit more, we can buy you a little bit more time. Like, dude, that's not right.
Was that
That's
said?
not fair.
Was that said?
I don't know what the camera's caught, man. I don't
Okay.
know what the camera's
Okay.
caught.
Fair enough.
So I'm just saying, in that situation, you have to protect me from myself. You have to. That's your job. That's what the commission and the doctors are there for, and the referee. That's what it's there for. Otherwise, it's a fair fight, and there's no need for anybody else. But if something comes in the mix that is a curveball, a variable that wasn't expected, and there's injury to a fighter, well, of course, dude, that's my money. Of course, I'm gonna do everything I can to get my money.
Yeah.
Like, look at Jamie Varner. Why in the hell did they let that dude fight with his ankle flopping around like that?
Yep. Yep.
That wasn't good for him.
No.
Everybody knows that wasn't good for him. Like, dude,
Yeah.
sorry, your legs flopping around like it doesn't belong there. Dude, we got to stop the fight, guy. I don't care how much heart you have. Good for you. You're going to live to fight another day because I'm going to stand up for you and protect you.
Yep.
And that's what we needed. And that's what I needed in that situation. And look, if that happened, I wouldn't have a broken orbital bone. I wouldn't have a separated shoulder because that shit didn't happen when I was capable. It happened when I was not being able to see it in my right eye and I was doing things differently. I was behaving and fighting different than I normally fight.
Everyone was focusing on the eye, but if you notice, the shoulder was gruesome as well. When did that happen, and how is it feeling now?
It happened on the slam. When I threw that hook and I kind of turned my back to him and I had to run off,
Yep.
or I ran off. He got a body lock on me, did a great job. It was a great slam. In the middle of it, I was like, oh shit, this is going to look terrible. But he slammed me and then popped my shoulder out. But from football, I've had separated shoulders several times, so that's why I have such big AC joints on each shoulder.
Okay.
So it's more the same. It's something I've always had. So it's not a terrible change.
How is it feeling now? I just saw a picture you posted of it getting drained, and I know that you had to fly home with this. I mean, how are you feeling right now?
I feel fine. I can open it.
You can,
like,
yeah, wow, that is wild.
Like that's, dude, it's changed drastically in the past couple of days.
Yeah,
like incredible. But I'm doing. I from where it got lanced. It got lanced. I don't know if you can see it.
Oh yeah,
up here somewhere.
Yep.
Right there. It got lanced up there, and it's been leaking steadily. I'm actually happy it's not leaking right now.
Okay.
But I'm icing almost continuously. I'm putting pressure on it to try to push it out. As I'm sure you can see, like this side of my face is swollen here.
Yeah.
So like all the blood and everything else is starting to trace out, and it's leaving a lot of my top eyelid and going down to my bottom, and then going to lead out through my face.
But no detached retina or anything like that, right?
They do not believe I have a detached retina. They
good.
believe I am fine. There's no detached retina. There's no permanent damage. I saw an ocular specialist yesterday in Boston, and then I'm going to see. I broke my orbital floor against Brendan Schaub before, and so now I'm going to see that same doctor down in Florida today, right here.
So it's unclear whether you need surgery yet?
Yeah, it's unclear. Yeah, it's clear that it's broke. I'm sorry, not today, tomorrow. It's broken, but I don't know how displaced it is. But one thing they said they're quite confident in is that it's not an impinged break, which means it didn't trap my eye muscles, so I still have full movement of my eye.
Okay. A lot was made of our pre-fight interview where you talked about your decision to ride out your contract and your future as a fighter and all this stuff that caused a big reaction, I think. But you did tweet after the fact, and I'm happy you did because I think it's always fair to do so when it's applicable, that the UFC took good care of you in the locker room. Is that accurate?
Yeah, dude, the UFC took great care of me, man. And that's the thing, man. I really do. I believe I'm as honest as they come, right? Like, I express an honest, genuine opinion, whether I agree with the UFC, what they're doing or how they're treating something, or if I don't. Right. So like the UFC and I don't necessarily see eye to eye on my individual contracts, or on some things I see some kind of forms of that can be improved on, or hypocrisy of some form or something else, and I'll speak on that, which I believe is an honorable trait.
Yeah.
But regarding the way that they handled all these medical situations, dude, the UFC was spectacular. I went to the hospital immediately afterwards. I had to do some immediate checkup stuff, to the point where I was frustrated. I was like, dude, it's like, just get me out of this little tiny curtain cell. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm in prison. Just let me walk somewhere and cool off a little bit. Reluctantly, they let me go do it. They let me go back to my locker room, get some stuff, then jump in an ambulance, head over to the place. I was there for about 4 hours in the hospital, waiting on CAT scans and X-rays and blah blah blah. And dude, the UFC went once I got cleared that I just got it broken. There was nothing more they could do. They went and bought me food. They and it didn't. It's not like they sent me a bill, like they bought me dinner. They had a lady that was there with me the whole time. Me and Ben Saunders were in there chilling. And the UFC was great about that, man. And it's like, I can't complain about that. They were better than I could have even hoped for as far as professionalism when it came down to my injury. They were money.
What's your hope now? Do you hope to resign with them? Are you going to test the market? What do you want to see happen now?
I don't know. Like the UFC is the only thing I've ever known. I've never fought for another organization in my life. All right. Like of any form. So I have fear. I have trepidation of going somewhere else, but I also know that I'm losing money. Right. And having lost this fight, I've lost 2 in a row. Now I'm coming up for a free agency thing. Like, it's not a good position to be in. And maybe I lost some bargaining power. But then again, maybe I won some because I fought my ass off that last fight, and a lot of people would have taken the easy way out.
Yep.
And I think that I, in the court of public opinion and fan approval, I think I came out a winner there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was sincere. I'm always sincere in what I do, and I think that's the reason why I have such a good fan base. And why even the people that don't like me don't like me from the Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah.
Right? They're holding on to a grudge from 6 years ago, so they can kiss my ass. If you don't like me, go fall on something sharp. But if you like me, that's because you waded through all the murk and saw that I'm a genuine human being. I'm a decent person that's intellectual and compassionate and sincere. And that's how I developed a fan base. So I don't know what the result will be. I don't know if Bellator or Ryzen, I don't know what's going to go on. No clue. I don't know if the UFC is going to pony up and be like, hey, look, man, the way you showed yourself, that's what we need in an organization. And if Travis Browne is number 6 in the world, then I'm right around there. Like, I'm not number 14. That's for damn sure. But then rankings don't mean shit. They're completely arbitrary. I don't even know who does the rankings and where they come from and what criteria.
Don't pay attention.
So I really don't care about that. But I believe I was beating Travis. I believe that it was, without the eye pokes, I believe it would have going the same thing. I believe that he would have kept playing safe and I would have attacked. Maybe it would have ended up in a decision. Maybe I'd ended up starching him. I believe I was on the cusp of starching him and really putting hands on him when I got poked in the eye the second time. And I believe I smelled the blood in the water, and I felt it. I felt it was time to let it go. And that's when I started doing that. But you never know, man. Like I said, if he's number 6 in the world, I'm somewhere right around there. And I think a lot of people want 6 in the world on their team.
Yep. Final quick thing. I just want to put a bow on this because, again, it was brought to light in our interview. I do understand that a couple of Reebok officials tracked you down at the weigh-ins to talk about the whole thing with the sandals and you going barefoot. Were you happy with that conversation?
Yeah, dude, I wasn't mad about it. Like it wasn't some silent planned protest that I had, to kind of, stick my middle finger up at the UFC passively. It was just, I wear Jordans. They fit my feet really well. I've got size 16 that are, quadruple E's. Got big feet, and they didn't have those. All they had was size 15s that kind of squeezed my feet, so I didn't want to wear them. And that's what I had. So I took my shoes off. Well, then the Reebok ran out there and actually had a pair of flip-flops made for me. Like, really genuinely had a pair of flip-flops made for my feet.
Wow.
Dude, I can't argue with a company that's willing to do that. I can be upset about the parameters of the deal, but as far as the professionalism that they showed to get to the commitment to their craft, they did a damn good job. I may not like the deal that was struck.
Sure.
But the way they went about doing their end of the bargain, it was completely professional and perfect.
You're a good man, Matt Mitrione. Thank you for the time. I appreciate you doing this off the side of the road over there. And again, I think you were wronged on Sunday. I hope everything works out. Most importantly for your eye, please do keep us posted, whether it's on Twitter or whatnot, on how your appointments go. And I hope you get what you are looking for as far as free agency is concerned. Always appreciate the time. Good to see you. Good to see that you're in good spirits. And we'll talk to you very soon, my man.
Most definitely. Hey, thanks a lot for having me on, man.
Of course.
And like I said, I hope it doesn't come off like I'm whining, but I think those are kind of legitimate positions that I never had to view before. So
Yep.
we'll see how it comes off.
All right. We'll talk to you soon, Matt. Get well soon. All right. There he is, Matt Mitrione, stopping by. Wish him the very best. And definitely do echo a lot of the things he said.